The revolution is live-ish right here on the Austen podcast. We're recycling stuff once again.
That's a throwback. My God.
We did that. Hey, I'm still talking. I'm doing my intro. Hush. Champions talking. Hush.
Oh, that's
All
right. This is our reigning, defending, undisputed Ace in the Hole Predictions champion for those who may have missed, last week. Because let's be honest.
Now back to my intro before it was ruined, before it was ever so tainted. It's live, and I'm talking to you. Let me talk to you. Yeah, it's me. It's the one. It's the only. The megastar. I'm ripping off Ellie, and I don't give a shit because it works. It's the megastar. Austen B. P. G. Yeah. Joined with me as always, Clifford, and the man that I took down to retain, to bring back what's mine, to rightfully have it around my waist like it should be, the Predictions Championship. Former Predictions Champion, Elijah. How are we feeling tonight? It's late. That's why I'm bringing the energy. I'm trying to lift you guys up.
I legit crashed like an hour ago into sleep and woke up remembering that we were going to record, and I thought I missed you guys, which sprung me into a whole full-on anxiety attack. So I am doing amazing right now. I gotta smile through the pain.
Like way early because we had to go to sunrise service with Marissa and her family. So it's
happy day.
I'm very happy I bought those caffeine melts off of Instagram. They're kicking ass right now.
The caffeine melts, are you talking about grinds?
No, they're called Dr. Steve's.
Gotcha. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored.
Yeah,
by
Stevie Williams?
That's just the brand I use. But like you put them like inside your lip or under your tongue, and your body heat melts it, and your body absorbs it.
So it's basically the same thing that I have, just less tobacco looking and working.
Yeah, mine actually it looks like a candy. Yours looks like a Bandit.
Austin looks like
mine literally looks like just Copenhagen pouches or like Grizzly wintergreen fucking pouches. But it's all coffee grounds and caffeine and completely natural stuff. You just sit it right there in your lip, have a big old bear claw right there in your motherfucker's lip.
They come in little tins like this. And
I was about to say, if I had mine with me, I mean it's literally shaped like same size and everything as a fucking tobacco can, except it says grinds on it.
Yeah, no, the little things are like that big, and you just tuck them in and they melt away.
No, but moving on to what we're doing today, we've done men's draft, we've done women's draft, we've done tag team draft, and now you guys love the tag team draft. That is still currently our most listened to episode out of any of them.
I'm so happy about that.
And so now today, we're broadening the spectrum even more. We're going to muddy the waters and make it confusing as shit. We're doing the all-time factions draft. Any team, well not team, but any trio, I guess, of 3 or more is eligible for this draft. So the Wyatt family is eligible for this draft. The NWO and all 30,000 fucking members of the NWO are eligible for this draft. Now, to clarify,
the WCW Desperados
are eligible for this draft. To clarify, though, this is not like our tag team draft. You can overlap people. So the example I used earlier was X-Pac. X-Pac was a part of DX, and he was a part of NWO 6-Pac. No, it was just 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just 6.
6 in WCW, X-Pac in WWE when they started NWO and WWE.
Yeah. And so, Like they can overlap. Like say someone takes DX and you still want NWO or vice versa, you can still take them, because if we try to keep track of all that, we'll go fucking insane. We'll be here for 3 hours. No one wants that. I can barely listen to myself when I'm having to edit the goddamn thing for 20 minutes. I don't know how you guys listen to us for an hour and a half, but fucking props to you. And as the champion, I do get to pick the order we're going in. And I'm going first, obviously, for obvious reasons. And second will be Eli. And third will be the worst champion that we've had to date, Cliff.
Oh, I didn't know Eli could go twice in the draft.
Who came close to attaining the title instead of losing it by multiple points?
I would like to say I only lost my title to 2 different shows. To Elimination Chamber. No, it's not. It was one card. We're talking New Japan and Elimination Chamber. That's how you guys had to take the title off of me, which that's fine if we want to facilitate the title around. But like you had to split the title up between 2 different shows and 2 completely different styles of wrestling. Which, mind you, I was only off by like 1 or 2 matches anyway. I think it came down.
You missed 1. I missed 0.
So you guys had to gimmick the fucking belt off me. Call you guys Vince fucking
That's
Russo.
how I lost at the Rumble. I got all the matches right. I just didn't get any of the bonus numbers. You
literally were the one that came up with the idea for the gimmick.
That is true. That is full on true.
I'm just saying, if you're going to use the out-gimmicked thing, it should have been me. I'm out-gimmicked.
At least you employed the gimmick you lost to.
You employed the 2-show gimmick.
No, I didn't. You guys goaded me into that.
We brought it up and you were like, hey, actually, that's a good idea.
No, you guys forced my hand.
Cliff one night, me the next. Or whoever won the one pay-per-view would face you at the next one. If I remember correctly.
Man, I can't wait for Money in the Bank, though. I got a stupid idea for Money in the Bank.
I'm picking LA Knight. I don't care.
No. Whoever's not champ. So those 2 will face off at Money in the Bank. They'll win the Ace in the Bank. And they can cash that in to face the champ one-on-one at any show they choose, as long as the card has been released beforehand.
Well, when I win that, I have enough briefcases around my room that I could probably make one into an Ace in the Bank. Because, I will win that, and then I'll go on for the best rivalry on the show, which is me versus Austen, because I'm not the transitional champion. I just lost because...
Well, right now...
Right now you're as bad as me, Eli.
Yeah, right now you're no better than Cliff, so...
Yeah, you and
I am on your side. Don't get me wrong. You and I were chill.
Compared to multiple...
But right now you're down there with Cliff. You got to realize where you're standing at here. I would just like to say I think our best content has come out of me being champion anyway, so I think this is a positive all around.
Well, Eli was champion during our tag team draft, and that's got us the most listens.
Because I'm the tag team specialist, man. Yep. It was one of the last shows we had before.
It was the last one we did before the Mania picks. Argument null and void.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's no coincidence. So.
I stumped him.
You didn't stump shit. How about you work on retaining your title before you try to take a shot at me, Mr. Transitional?
He's got.
We're gonna start calling you Glory Hands. How much you fucking pass shit off? Come and go.
Say about that. That's
yeah. Come and go. Little hole in the stall wall. That's all you are. Hey, you got nothing to come back to. I had to channel my inner Chael Sonnen on that one. Bro, I love Chael Sonnen so much. Undisputed and undefeated, never lost a round. The bad boy from Westland, Oregon. The American gangsta. Chael P. Sonnen.
Never tapped.
I don't know how many times I go back and rewatch that line he hit Tito with. Oh my god. You guys have seen that line, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
The only person I know that's ever used their mouth to get a job in their life is his ex-wife. He's like, Tito was stumped. He's like, "You're such a punk, dude. You're such a punk."
Yeah,
This is what you.
Yeah,
This is what you call class. And then Chill's over there going, "Score one for the bad guy." I fully think Chill should have made a run in the WWE. Even if he didn't wrestle, just get him on the fucking mic, bro. I'll forever be a Chill P son and fan. Regardless of the PEDs or not.
Yeah,
Well, let's be honest. When he got popped for PEDs, everyone was doing PEDs. Anderson Silva got popped for PEDs. The same exact fight, Sonnen got popped for PEDs. So really, they're fighting on a level playing field.
you cheated, I cheated, therefore it's even.
Exactly.
I don't think
They
that's
both
how
were
that
on
works.
weight. That's all that matters. An eye for an eye. The scales were even.
Makes the whole world go blind.
What is it? Two rights don't make a left or something? Some shit like that?
Two lefts don't make it right.
However you want to say it. Left, right. Fucking upside down, perpendicular, catty corner, catty wonkus. However the fuck you want to say it, doesn't matter.
Somehow we've gone
Obtuse.
cattywampus.
The only thing that matters is that I'm going first. And I'm going to say that the Factions draft is now open. And so for my first pick, I can go anywhere. But when you think of factions in wrestling, there's one that you think of. And, I mean, there's plenty of options here. But we're talking, this was the faction, and I think it still is the faction everyone strives to be. Give me the New World Order. Give me NWO. I mean, this was the faction. Like, you can't give me that look.
See, fair enough. I assume you mean WCW's NWO, not WWE's NWO, because that was...
Yes.
Oh boy.
The original NWO. We're talking
see,
Hulk Hogan,
I
Eric
like that
Bischoff, David
I'm
Arquette at one point.
I'm gonna raise
I think
you.
it's too high, but I think it's a good pick.
No, because it goes hand in hand with my pick. Because I didn't pick the NWO. I picked WCW's LWO. Don't give me
Now
that.
that is pretty
Oh.
high.
Oh.
I had them on my list, but that would have been like a later.
I made a decision.
Hey, I'm all
that
for it.
I made a decision that if somebody picked in the first round NWO, I was going to move LWO up. They were not my top pick.
Why? Like
but
what correlation is there between the NWO and LWO?
Besides the namesake?
Yeah. Like
it
why?
was- I had them towards the top just because a lot of the names that were in it. It was a group full of guys who were some of the best high flyers WCW had to offer, along with some of the best luchadors in professional wrestling. Honestly. You had Eddie Guerrero, I believe you had Psychosis, I think you had Juventud, which is a decent lucha libre. You had Mysterio Jr., I think you had Conan at one point,
You did.
and so that's just 5.
Pretty
out
much
the group.
anyone of like Mexican or Hispanic descent was in LWO.
what is his name? La Parca was in it.
Fucking La Parca.
Which
bro.
La Parca?
The
No,
original.
so that's the original La Parca. So
Yeah, I
the
know,
original
I know.
La Parca left to WCW and La Parca Jr.
Like,
And then
there was
eventually the original La Parca had to switch his name to LA Park. just to knock
Yeah.
off of LA Knight. Yeah. Well, I guess LA Park would be see. I know that's not the exact translation, but
There was enough notable names in there, kind of like the NWO, where you had notable names from the company in there. You had enough notable names in the LWO to, if used properly, it could have been a really well done faction until it got disbanded.
That's
and
the thing, though.
everything else. But
Is
they
that
still did
if we're
some decent
judging
things
these
as a faction when they were together.
as like factions and stuff, you have to look at what they've achieved, what accomplished, what belts, what tournaments, what everything they've done. Anything that went up against the NWO at that time really didn't win much.
They lasted for a pretty
So-
decent amount of time.
I'm going to have to take one of the most successful factions of all time when it comes to terrorizing not just a organization but the entire indie scene as well. Give me the Bullet Club.
I was ready to say, if you don't pick him, I am. Because they really set everything on fire there for a while in the
I
Indies.
agree. Everything from Japan to the American Indies to even the European Indies back when Cody was over there running around. You know, heel Cody was really good. If you ever get to go back and watch some of his indie shit, that was really good. So, I gotta take Bullet Club. It's one of the easiest picks for me out of this entire draft.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do more research on a certain tag team that I want, but I don't know if they were ever in a faction.
We're
Trying
gonna
So
to
throw
get
up the
Motor
mitten
City
this
Machine
week.
Guns.
I am trying to get Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay, so
You can get.
technically
I know there's
speaking,
factions with one of them in.
technically speaking, I think Motor City Machine Guns and Kushida were part of a three-man group. I can't think of the name though.
Yeah, see, and I feel like if they don't have a name, then
Yeah, because the Time
it
Splitters
doesn't
were close,
really
but not it.
count.
I think they had a name, but I can't remember.
Oh well, we all know my love for the Motor City Machine Guns, so it is what it is. Looking here at my list, a lot still standing out to me. A lot still standing out to me. As much as I want to go to one of the TNA factions, the one of the 1,000 TNA factions, I got a feeling one of them will still be there later. I think I am going to have to go with the classic example of a faction or a stable. Give me the Four Horsemen.
Eli, you better throw it up.
I wasn't paying attention. I was trying
There
to
you
find. I knew I had them on my list. I had to get rid of them real quick. Yeah, no, Four Horsemen, really good tag teams, singles wrestlers. A lot of different iterations. I think Lex Luger was a part of one. Brian Pillman was a part of one. Sting was a part of one. Chris Benoit was in one.
There was a lot of different iterations
So
of the
many
Four
different
Horsemen.
freaking iterations.
Very say, if you want to see her and keep trying to name them off, then have at it, I guess.
That's gonna be way too long of an episode. Man. See,
I just thought of one more that I added to my list of like probably at least 40 now.
I have. Oh, do I want to go spontaneous with my list, or do I want to go down the line? Fuck it. I'm going with a team that a faction when they debuted destroyed Monday Night Raw, destroyed SmackDown.
Nexus, bro.
Nexus.
I'm going with the Nexus.
Safe
They
pick.
were tag team
It is
champions. It was one of the best options I could do, just spontaneously picking one of the teams from my list. And I'd rather take them. I can't get Bullet Club, so I might as well get the WWE equivalent the best I can.
Well, you mentioned Bullet Club, so now I've got to take the other side of the coin. Give me Chaos.
Now, I will ask this as a fellow New Japan watcher.
I was about to say, are we counting entire dojos as...
Are you taking Shinsuke Nakamura's Chaos or Kazuchika Okada's Chaos? Because that's two different
I'm
factions.
taking Okada's Chaos.
So that's the face.
It's still under
Chaos.
one name. We didn't make Bullet Club, go under the Kenny Omega at different eras. So
Well, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing through them all.
The way I've been playing this is that pretty much whatever first comes to mind when you say it is probably what you're going to take. Like, when I said NWO, I wasn't thinking fucking WWE NWO. I was thinking WCW, Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan, David Arquette, World Champion NWO.
Well, I asked because I thought
Not,
as soon as he said Chaos, I was going to pick Shinsuke Nakamura's. Because that was the heel turned, that was the original Chaos, that was Shinsuke as, I think, World Champion and a Continental Champion. It was a whole breed of different wrestling to New Japan for a short time. That's why I wanted to know which way Cliff was going with it.
Well, for my pick, it's not the pick that I want. It's the safe pick. Because there's a few different ways I want to go with this, but I'd kick myself if I let him fall any further. Give me DX.
that was my next one.
Give me Daddy Ass, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Shawn Michaels, the Eighth Wonder of the World, China, X-Pac, Road Dogg, or BG James as he went by in Impact.
I think he had
Man, I forgot he
5
went by
different
that.
names.
Fucking BG James.
3 Live Crew. I think he went by... Which one was Kip James? Was that him or was that Billy Gunn?
I
I think
don't know.
I think that was Billy.
Freaking crazy was what that was.
Well, Eli, it's your pick. You're on the clock.
My team is now on the clock. And this team was on the clock as one of the longest reigning tag team champions for a long while until the Usos passed them. 2 out of 3 of them have been WWE champions. I think one of them has almost tied record for most Rumble appearances. I can't think of what Kofi's at this point. I'm picking the New Day. I can't think of how many Rumbles
You had me
Kofi's
for a
been
loop.
in.
I thought you were about to say the Bloodline.
No. Kofi. New Day. I can't think of how many. I want to say he's almost tied with Dolph
Cliff,
Ziggler.
why are you looking
This
like
point.
that?
It's the draft order is very interesting.
I thought you were refuting some claims he was making. I was like, the only person that
No.
hasn't won a world title there is
I was waiting
Woods.
for. I was waiting for like, oh, that's not a good pick. I'm like, multi-time tag team champions.
I mean, it's not. It's too early, but
How?
that's just the story of your
Okay,
draft.
okay.
So
Let's look at this real quick. Then, Kofi Kingston, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, multi-time tag team champion, WWE Champion. Correct? Big E, WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, multi-time tag team champion.
did Big
The
E ever
only
win the big one?
Yes.
He won
And
it
then
and
he
then
got
lost it to
F5'd.
Brock.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
He was Money in the Bank
it was
champion.
that 5-pack.
He was Money in the Bank champion also. There you go. Xavier Woods is the only one that's not held Jack Diddley's squad.
But he got King of the Ring.
King of the Ring. Yep, thank you. King of the Ring and multi-time tag team champion. All three men have been pretty successful in their careers. They deserve to be towards the top of a tag team or a faction drafting list. Tell me that it's too early.
I will because I did. You mentioned him because I thought you were going to take him. It's the only time I ever do this on the cast. Give me the bloodline.
Throw it up, Eli. Come on.
It's the only time I'll ever do it.
Throw it up, Eli.
When
He beat Cody Rhodes. Throw it up.
Bro, he beat Cody.
The dream
He's
lives
gonna
on,
hit
baby.
1,000 days.
The dream lives on, baby. The story continues. They're just in the fourth inning, baby.
So Cody gets F5'd every week and leaves. Have you seen the
Speaking
rumor
of
of why
that.
he did that?
Really quick, really fast sidebar. Apparently the new owners, Endeavor, let Vince run Raw. Let Hunter run SmackDown. And they're very happy with what they saw on SmackDown as opposed to Raw.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
I'm just
Makes
putting that out there.
sense.
That's what I heard. I also heard that Brock did that because he was pissed about
If the
his-
podcast
him
would have
having
worked
reached
last
first.
week, you could have heard me, Chad, Cliff, and Eli talk about how Vince has lost his touch.
Yeah. Thanks, podcast gods. You made us the one time
Thanks,
we got to talk
Riverside.
to Chad, and you made us
Yeah,
miss
thanks,
it.
Riverside. Big ups
Way
to
to go,
you.
Riverside. It's your fault.
The one time we got Chad on here and we missed it.
Right, to say everyone's taking off their glasses. That's how you know it's serious.
Everybody's
my
looking straight at the camera.
I was about to say my next pick was actually dominant around the same time the New Day was.
Ooh,
Just under a different brand.
the Elite. Oh, okay.
Give me the
So, Undisputed.
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era.
Probably the best faction ever in NXT, hands down.
I agree.
And I just realized in recording that's probably going to be backwards.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh well, it's still fun to throw up. I don't care. Kick-ass team. In NXT, I fully think that they all were at the top of their careers. I fully think it's all downhill.
I think the only person who has a chance to save it is Adam.
See, I don't think he can though. He's been gone for a while.
That's why I said he has a chance to save it.
Because you're talking about a group of, and I feel like this is what a faction should be, a group of very talented low to mid carders. The only real star there was Adam Cole.
Kyle O'Reilly
Baby.
got a decent push towards the
Afterwards,
end of it.
though. Afterwards. But they put them together to build each other up because they knew they all were talented. They just didn't have it by themselves. Put them together. They're one of the best factions of all time.
And as I stated in the past, Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole have been tag team partners. I think the only one that Cole hadn't worked with in ROH as a tag partner was Fish. I think the only one Strong hadn't worked with was, I want to say Riley, but that may be wrong. They were all
And how much more
tag partners in ROH and stuff, so they knew each other very well going into that faction.
And how much more fan service can you get? 4 indie darlings on the biggest company on the biggest stage that they could be at.
Debut was
Of course, they
amazing.
never made the jump to. They never made the jump to the main roster, but they didn't need to. They ran the black and gold NXT era.
Their
So
debut was phenomenally done. Having
Not to
Fish
mention
and
their
O'Reilly
theme song.
up there, and then
their theme song kicks ass.
all of it kicked ass. You know what? I'm gonna do this one.
That's
also had
never
a
good
really
to hear.
decent. Also had a really good theme song. Multi-tag team champions, a lot of them, intercontinental, multi-world championships spread between them all. I'm taking Evolution.
That's a good pick.
It's
Would have been my next pick if they fell there. I didn't feel like they would, but
It would not have, because that was my pick.
I don't feel like that one's one that I even have to try explaining. I mean,
the only thing I wish we would have gotten more of is to see Batista like once he actually matured, but not like when they all came back. Not like that. Not like the mid 2010s Evolution. I'm talking like the early 2000s. I wish it would have carried more into Batista's career, because I feel like then we would have gotten like the best of them all. Because that would have been around like 09, and that's when we got the 09 Randy Orton, which is like the best Randy Orton ever, and we would have gotten
That psychopath.
We would have gotten more mature Batista, and Triple H would have been more on the decline by that point, but he was still able to go. And we saw that with years later and the match with the 2 matches with Undertaker. So he still had it in him. He just had to have people bring it out of him. So I wish that's my one gripe about Evolution. I wish it would have went longer, but it ran its course. So I feel like they missed like the perfect window, because by the time they came back, they were all a little too old.
Triple H was the Ric Flair at that point.
Yeah, because that was around WrestleMania 30.
Yes.
Because Daniel Bryan had to beat
WrestleMania 30.
Batista. Because Daniel Bryan had to beat Batista and Randy Orton in order to face Triple H in the main event.
Nope.
That was the other
It was
way
like the
around.
other way around.
Yep.
This is the
Triple
other way
He
H.
had to
around.
beat Triple H in the opener to get into
He
the
got
main
attacked
event.
after the match and then faced Randy and Batista in the main event.
And won. I do remember him winning, because I remember where I was at watching it when it happened. I just got it mixed up. Oh well.
Okay.
Guess I got to tune into the product. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, I guess that takes it to me. I mean, shit. You want to talk about a group that not only made 3 of the biggest stars today, but propelled them from NXT to immediate heights, and then they just haven't looked back since? Give me the Shield.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
What were you thinking I was going to take, Austen?
The way
A group that I might... not the way. A group that I might have to take next, because I don't know if you have them on your roster, have them on your radar or not.
Sanity?
It's just everything that the Shield, that they did as a group, and then the members afterwards with Seth turning, everything Roman's done since. Dean's gone away and become Moxley, but everything Moxley has done, carrying AEW on his back.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think you're forgetting a certain devil worshiper here. And a certain skateboarding goth.
and a
Well, the main event
Caveman
scene.
in the
He's-
jungle.
He's been the gatekeeper for the main event scene since the company opened.
I know MJF would definitely be a devil worshiper, because he definitely worships himself, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Speaking of which, where's the fuck is my button-up shirt? I pre-ordered that shit 3 months ago. January 25th. As soon as the pre-order opened,
if you just get a piece of
I
paper
got it!
that says, "I'm better than you and you know it," signed by MJF.
I would
want
take
my
anything
damn
at this point. I would take anything at this point. I keep looking and it says processing. I'm like, this bitch has been processing since January 25th at like 1:35 p.m. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, Shield's a good pick. Like I said, I'm trying to, because I feel like a lot of the major like factions are gone now, like NWO,
But
Four
not the new
Horsemen,
Nexus.
DX, Nexus, or not the Core either with 2 R's.
Yeah. Eli's face.
No.
You don't remember the core, Eli?
I choose.
So
not
now the
to go to
question-
core.
Now the question is, do I want to go to one of the many TNA factions, which I do love and
Please
hold dear
don't.
to my heart?
That means
Or-
Eli's gonna go TNA next. Austin tried to take it from him.
No, because I'm going to take the greatest faction to come out of NXT UK. This man
Idiom.
is on a tear. He is the... He might go down as the best Intercontinental Champion of all time.
I agree.
Oh,
Give me Imperium.
I'm gonna do the worst
That's
thing in the world.
a really good pick.
Hang on.
Give me the Ring General. Gunther.
I'm gonna erase this team. Okay. I'm erasing this.
Before he was Walter.
Walter before he was Gunther.
Sorry, backwards.
So
Watch the product.
Walter, Gunther, this is fair, okay? This is completely fair.
Anything you have to open
Because
with
it
that
is a
immediately makes
separate-
him want to boycott it.
Faction. I just have to find the name.
Well, if you can't find the name
The
for
stable-
it, then...
Of Ring Kampf,
Oh, no.
Bro.
which was Imperium before Imperium in WWE.
I'm not taking that.
I am taking
It's the
that.
same... No, it's the same 3 people.
Nuh-uh. Nope. Ring Kampf,
More importantly,
Was
the name.
Walter, Axel Dieter Jr., Timothy Thatcher, Christian Michael, Jacoby, and I think a few other people.
Whatever,
Random
take your
people
Dollar
around
General
cited.
fucking Imperium.
No. Seriously though, I'm taking Team Canada.
I was already writing fucking ring comp, bro.
I
Well,
just
which
enjoyed
Team
watching-
Canada?
Hmm?
TNA, Team Canada,
Yeah.
Bobby Roode, Eric Young.
Not ECWs, no.
I said, oh, I'm TNA. Did I say ECW?
No, you said you sounded like you were questioning on what company I was.
Well,
picking
yeah, I
up
was.
from.
Fuck, I
So,
didn't know.
Not ECWs. God no. I don't need Lance Storm on my draft board. By any means. Nah. Team Canada. Let's see if I can name them all. You got Petey Williams. Eric
I
Young,
just named off 3 of them.
Bobby Roode.
A1, whoever the fuck A1 is.
That guy. Scott D'Amore. There was one more, wasn't there?
Shannon Moore, Jeff Hardy's stoner friend.
No.
No.
Well, he
I
said
can't
more. I was
remember the
making a
last one.
joke.
Scott D'Amore. Don't make fun of Scott D'Amore. The man's already terrible enough.
And you just picked him.
Yeah, you picked him, my guy.
Hey, I'm picking for the rest of the people in that faction, not him.
Also, for those of you wondering, there is color in my hair. It's not some fucking weird... Something weird with my camera.
He's not turning into a
Not that any
Pokemon.
of you fucking care. Figured I'd
Cliff.
clarify because I was staring at it.
You go. I do have to pick another faction.
Looking down to it, I can either jump back into history, or I could take one of the strongest modern day American influences. They started a goddamn wrestling company because someone said they couldn't. They sold out an arena because Dave Meltzer said they couldn't sell out an arena. It's doing their indie shit. Give me the Elite. The Bucks,
I-
Omega, Hangman.
Are we including Hangman?
In the original Elite, he was.
You said whatever one comes to mind. I think of the Elite. I think of
Mine
Kenny,
is just the Bucks and
Bucks.
Omega.
Hangman, and Cody, along with Marty Scurll. But
See,
that's
I-
just because I've known
There's
them
a- yeah.
for a long
My
time.
Elite is different from y'all's Elite. 'Cause my Elite is the Elite that did All In, the very
Well-
first one.
Marty Scurll was there too. He faced Okada.
Yeah. Skrull, Cody, the Bucks, Omega. Yeah.
Not
Can we talk about how
Takazawa.
Okada just randomly lost the heavyweight
Yeah,
championship?
Okada just dropped the belt out of nowhere, and I'm kind of scared.
I feel like it was like the equivalent of dropping a WWE title at a house show. Like, I feel like it just kind of happened out of nowhere.
Eli, can you put it into perspective for me?
Okay, so I'm gonna do the best I can.
You say it in 2007 WWE terms.
I can't
Give
even
it
do
to
that.
me in 2011 TNA terms.
Okay, so that one's a little bit better. You have Eric Young.
Okay, I can do 2011 TNA.
Eric Young's getting a small push from the X Division up to the world title picture because he's the babyface and the guy that the fans are behind right now. And instead of keeping it on your really strong champion like they do, like somebody like AJ Styles, or
You
Samoa
give it to
Joe,
Eric Young.
they give it to Eric Young, and while the fans love Eric Young, damn it, they shouldn't have given it to Eric Young, because, damn it, Eric Young's not ready for it yet.
What type of, like, what size of show are we talking about here? Like, are we
This
talking about,
is-
like, TNA
this is-
All Access?
No, this is one of their more major pay-per-views that are consistently happening. So you have
So
security.
it's like
yes.
TNA King of the Mountain.
No. See,
No, it's probably more like Glory Road
this would be
or Victory Road.
turning point style. So it's one of the-
Lockdown?
it's one of those pay-per-views that
Lockdown without the gimmick?
It's one of the major pay-per-views that come in between the bigger major pay-per-views. Because you have Secure
So it's the B
Genesis,
show.
you have Secure Genesis, you have Dominion, Tokyo Dome, and what is the other one?
Wrestle Kingdom.
That's Tokyo Dome, Wrestle
I
Kingdom.
I know you said Tokyo Dome. I was clarifying
And
for
then-
people who don't know what Tokyo Dome means.
There's
So it was their version of Great Balls of
another
Fire.
one. No. But there's
It was
like certain.
It was their
Japan
version of
pay-per-views
No
that
Way Out. It was
just
their
don't-
version
honestly,
of
probably.
December to Dismember or December
Oh,
to
God. I want to
what the
forget
fuck
it.
was it? It was the
think it was
ECW.
Dismember.
Yeah, it was
December to
December to
Dismember.
Dismember because you had Sandman's
Sandman.
coming out of the chimney
Yeah,
because
so
that was the ECW Elimination Chamber.
Japan has.
I wish to
always,
pretty
applaud
sure.
Eli for being able to do it in 2011 TNA terms. Honestly, I applaud you for that.
New Japan's high on Sonata since he came back, and they've been trying to build him up as a potential world champion. I don't think they got to the point that they needed to give him the world title belt yet. I think they were getting closer. I don't think this is where they needed to. Maybe Dominion could have been a decent one to give it to him. A little bit more build up. Or maybe the Tokyo Dome, having him win the G1. Have it lose here, win the G1, go on to face him at Tokyo Dome, win it. I feel like would have been a lot better option than having him win it here. It's legit the Eric Young situation is the best. As backed by the fans, but not wanted by the fans at this point.
Kind of like if Orange Cassidy won a major title. Ish.
Correct.
But for my next pick, we are going to go to TNA. I'm taking, the Main Event Mafia.
3 Life Crew,
I mean,
K-Quick,
huh?
Conan, and Road Dogg.
I said Main Event Mafia. I said you are not I don't know what the fuck that was about. I don't know if you're trying to fuck with my mind or something. I have no idea what that little injection was, but
Trying to get you to pick one of the worst factions out there and just make you agree with it.
but we're talking fucking Kevin Nash. We're talking Booker T. We're talking Scott Steiner, the big bad booty daddy. We're talking
pop, pop, pop.
Samoa Joe, who was there for like a whole 2 months and then got kicked out. Talking Sting. We're talking Kurt. We're talking Perk Angle. We aren't talking about Kurt Angle. We're talking about Perk Angle.
Prime time.
We're talking about the dude who did a full somersault and landed on Abyss.
Yeah, no. Man.
Mostly just for Scott Steiner, to be honest.
Yeah. Booker T.
And plus for that, just that entire show that they ran with Booker T and with Black Snow and Chet Lemon on commentary, and you had Scott Steiner be the ring announcer who had the card in front of him and still couldn't read because he was so goddamn nervous. And then you had Booker T as Black Snow, like every 2 seconds going, "I'm Black Snow! I'm Black Snow!"
Went into the ring.
It's really a good show,
the
though. I
shit out of
promise.
people.
It's very fun.
And he's doing live commentary as he's stomping out somebody.
Booker T's beating the crap out of this man. Ah, I'm Black Snow. Ah. Perfect. Lovely match.
I feel like that's the epitome of TNA factions. Either that or one of the other ones I got on my list.
You know
But that's
what?
for other reasons.
I'll take the tank on this one. I'm going to pick a Stardom faction. I'm picking one of the well-known ones because it has developed well-known international superstars. I'm going with Queen's Quest because out of that, you know Io Sky or Io Shirai, and you know Kairi Sane, and they were a part
I wish you
of
go back
Queen's
to Io
Quest.
Shirai. I fucking hate
I
the
wish
name
too.
Io Sky. I don't know why the fuck they... Just because... Well, that doesn't even make sense, 'cause I was going to say maybe because it rhymes with Dakota Kai, but Shirai also rhymes with Kai.
Yeah, no.
So why? Why switch your name?
Queen's Quest is. I don't have an answer to that, so I'm just moving on. Queen's Quest has made some of the best international women wrestlers, and I think we saw that with. Honestly, this is probably a hot take, or not a good opinion. I'll take the heat for it.
Well, you're full of those, so...
Azumi, or
Common,
AZM,
common L's.
and I want to say her name is Suzuki versus Monet was not as bad as a match as I thought it was going to be. It was a pretty decent match that I think built up Monet as a better champion than I think some of her other matches have. I'm still not fully behind her as champion. I'm still not fully behind her, period. But I think this kind of built her up a little bit, thanks to the other two in the match.
Fair to say, I don't think I'm still advocating for
I'm not sold on it, but it was
Sasha
a
Banks.
decent match.
I mean, I will, mainly because she won me the belt.
Fuck off.
Listen, man, I've won the belt both times on women's wrestling. You remember that?
Yeah, so how about you?
Yeah,
First
I've
time
also-
reveal.
I've also won the belt and retained it on women's wrestling, so...
So let's do a Stardom pay-per-view then.
Well, win the money, win the Ace in the Bank, and then you can. And challenge Austin
Sure.
to a Stardom pay-per-view.
I say we need to tweak the
No.
rules on that a little bit.
We'll do the
We'll
Stardom
talk.
pay-per-view
We'll talk.
with Mayu
that's a work
Iwatani
in progress.
versus Monet for the IWGP
Because
Championship.
because if it's a Money in the Bank, then it's not really like that's something we have to plan out regardless. Like it's not
You
like a
just get
spur of
cash
the
in
moment
out of a
thing.
match.
No,
Like
it's gotta be an announced card.
I say it could be any match anywhere. As long as it's televised.
Cool.
That way,
everyone buy Fight TV. We're gonna go do the GCW event in Evansville.
That way, it's quick. Like you could be like, I'm gonna cash in my money bank on you, on the fucking Danhausen and Hook versus fucking the Factory. And I'm saying, and like you guys give your prediction for it, like
Just
something
because
like that.
they're
We'll
known
talk.
for
We'll talk.
Danhausen
Like
over.
Yeah, we'll talk it out. We'll talk it out.
facts, but they'll put Hook. They'll put Hook over.
Yeah.
Cliff, it's your pick.
And that brings it to me.
As I just said, you don't need to reiterate. That's a
Well, I have
redundancy.
I've got to start looking into history. Like, every week, the same shit I do. Give me the Freebirds.
I literally was about to say the Freebirds. They
Yeah,
have a
give me-
damn rule named after them.
Yeah, the damn Freebird rule. Give me the fabulous Freebirds.
You wouldn't have a lot of trios teams if you didn't have them.
Agreed, yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Because I'm going to pick a trios team. Of one very glamorous man.
3MB?
And two that are kind of a revolving door. Hiroshi Tanahashi has been one of them.
That is true. He was one time.
Boys! Give me Dalton Castle and the boys.
Have you seen the one where it was like in PWG, Kevin Steen was one of the boys?
People love being a boy. Like Tanahashi, like he loved it. He because I read in an interview that Dalton Castle was like, no, like he said, I respect you too much for you to do this. No, I don't want you to do this. And Tanahashi said, no, I want to do it. And he forced Dalton Castle to make him a boy.
Imagine being that far over that, someone like Tanahashi forces you to let them in.
You are going to make me a boy.
That's what he said. Because I think someone came to them with the idea, and Dalton was like, "No, you're too big of a name. I respect you too much to do that to you." And he's like, "No, I want to do it." And he went out there, fans and all, sold it. And Dalton Castle said he left him like the mask that he wears, like in his bag when he left. And he said later that night, Tanahashi posted a picture of him riding an electric scooter with the mask on Instagram.
Tanahashi.
He said he loved being a boy.
Tanahashi is the babyface that can never be heel. Like, that man just...
It was Tanahashi and there was one other. I can't remember.
Tanahashi's the best
Let
thing
me
to come
look
out
it
of
up
Japan.
quick.
That has never fully left Japan.
Also, another fun fact, the camera spin that Dalton does in his entrance, like, he comes down and he gets to the bottom of the ramp and he spins around the cameraman one or two times. That was put in place because of the pandemic. He said that everyone was having these boring ass entrances and these empty arenas. He said that he did that way his entrance still had that glam. Like, it still had the effect of a Dalton Castle entrance. Which I think is, innovative as hell.
I agree, yeah. He's also got himself over doing crap like that, so...
I'm trying to find who the other boy was.
It's so hard to find.
It was Tanahashi and Taguchi were the two boys that night.
I just imagine Taguchi.
I know you guys probably won't be able to see it very well.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
there's no
that
way.
match is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Here. Come on, we're live. Work with me.
While you're getting that done, I'm going to build up this faction.
Come on, focus a little bit.
It looks
No, it's
exactly
not.
like I thought it was going to. Because I see
Yeah, it's not-
Taguchi on the I think it would be my right side.
Come on. Of course, it's not going.
Now you know
anyway,
how I feel. Now you know how I feel.
Yeah, apologies for that, but yeah, it was just the story behind it and how Tanahashi like wanted to do it. I just think that's a great story.
Alright.
Anyway, Eli, we got off on a long tangent about Dalton Castle. I say we dedicate an entire episode to Dalton Castle, but
You're the champ.
that's
You can
just
do it.
me.
If we could find a list of everyone who's been a boy, then probably we could.
My next
Tier list of the
faction,
boys.
I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save one of them for the end, just because. I'm gonna pick another Stardom faction. I'm gonna keep it with Stardom real quick. They're one of my favorites because they're supposed to be the heel faction of Stardom, but whenever they do themed shows, they make it the funniest. Their themed episodes of Stardom they've come out in costumes like Toy Story or Monsters Inc. and stuff. I'm taking Odatai, which if you need it spelled out, OEDITAI.
I actually didn't need it spelled out. Thanks.
I'm
Someone else here did
close
though.
there.
I literally just typed out another Stardom group.
They are a really well-performed heel faction that's not a full-on heel faction in Stardom. Gotta watch some of this stuff to fully understand why I would put them on a list. But I don't regret picking them. Cliff, that brings you to your number 7.
And with my number 7, I'm going to have to dip my toe into the TNA faction groups. Give me Fortune. Give me the
Fortune 4?
Give me the Fortune 4.
I'm gonna draw the logo for it.
Give me the Fortune 4.
Up arrow.
It's just...
Which?
It was either Fortune 4 or the Aces and Eights, and I liked Fortune 4 better.
Fortune 4
See, and I think I
built.
might go.
They were really well built. I mean, you had James Storms, Bobby Roode,
And plus, it's got beer money.
Kazarian, AJ Styles, and then Christopher Daniels as an honorary member. I mean, it was a very well built tag team. Or a faction.
Yeah.
I'm annoying Desmond Wolfe as a part of that because, well, that was just...
See, and I wanted to go Aces and Eights here with my last
It's a really
pick.
good group.
Because, like, love them or hate them, they were TNA TV for, like, 2 or 3 years. Like, unfortunately. It
There was a
definitely ran
decent
its course way
storyline
too
at the
much.
beginning.
But, I don't
The Bully
know.
was such a good
Because-
heel faction leader.
Because I could go the Alliance and get all my old ECW faves, like RVD, Sabu, all that. I could go the Radicals, get
EC2.
Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero.
EC2 had, I think, Sabu, Rob Van Dam, Raven, Tommy. I want to say Sandman in it, too. And that's a TNA one. Mick Foley, I think, was in it as well.
Take the faces of Foley as a faction.
I'm gonna do none of those. I'm gonna do none of those that I mentioned.
Pick a star.
I'm gonna go for one that I think all of us can agree on. I don't know. It probably wasn't even on any of your guys' rosters. I wrote it down. Give me the Wyatt family.
It's on my list, yeah. John Huber, Bray. Is it with or without Braun?
Without?
I'll probably say I don't think it really matters. Braun didn't do a whole lot when he was there anyway.
I think.
Nah, actually, give me the Wyatt family with Randy Orton in it, and Daniel, throw Daniel Bryan in there as well.
Oh God, but no Braun.
No, bro.
We made
Daniel
fun
Bryan
of
was
it.
in it for like a week. What are you talking about?
But if Daniel
But I still
Bryan-
remember that. That's the
Yeah, me
thing.
If Bryan,
Him basically
Randy.
giving Bray the knee.
if Bryan, Randy, Bray, Eric, and Luke were all in a faction together, that would be.
That'd be a goated faction.
That's not that bad of a faction.
That'd be
Like,
a
you
goated
have
faction.
Luke and Eric as the tag champs. You could give Bray a world championship or a mid card. You could give Daniel a mid card or a world, and you could give Randy a mid card or a world. And it would be fine. It would be perfect. Like, it's not a bad faction.
I don't
My
know.
last one.
The Wyatt family's just a soft spot. That's a soft spot pick for sure.
I enjoyed Diddy pointing out John Huber's son during the main event of Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, -1.
Yeah, that was a nice little.
I started getting emotional.
I've had them.
I cried a lot over Mania weekend.
For not being invested in the card, a lot of tears were shed.
Yeah, I know.
I had them higher up, but I'm gonna end with it. It's one of Austin's favorite wrestlers. I think I've had them on every single draft we've done, male-wise. Give me the Hart Foundation.
Nah.
I've had them in every single draft we've done in some iteration. I had to do it again.
You got whiny bitch boy and his gang.
It's not even because of him. I
And his
like
little posse. The
like
whiny
Owen.
bitch boy posse.
British Bulldog. Brian
Liked.
Pillman was in it. And Jim.
Damn, they all are kind of dead, aren't they?
The only one left is Brett.
No, like seriously, like, it just hit me. Brian Pillman's gone. Jim's gone. Owen's gone.
Davey's gone.
Like Brett's like the only one remaining.
but
Like
I mean,
like that just hit me.
yeah, it was a good faction for the time they were there.
I was ready to say, like, I
Tag
won't
team
take
of-
anything away from. I won't take anything away from Bret Hart or the Hart Foundation or anything. I just think he's a whiny bitch, and I can't stand him.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
He can
but
be the best. He can be the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. But he'll be the biggest bitch there is, the biggest bitch there was, and the biggest bitch there ever will be. I mean, shit. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's what I took, was the faction of Hart Foundation at the end.
Well,
I
of course
guess I have to send it home now, don't I?
You got Mr. Irrelevant. You got Faction Irrelevant. Aces and Eights are still on the board. So is Immortal.
I know, and Immortal is
Both
as well.
of those
Yeah.
would be very irrelevant.
And so is
faction.
Right to Censor. Just saying.
I don't like Right to Censor though.
I like
that
them
we-
just for their theme song.
I like that they changed the
The
Godfather
annoying
to
ass
the Good Father.
alarm. Yeah, the Good Father. And Val Venus was not,
Bull
like,
Buchanan.
mostly naked.
I have to take the thing that's like the closest to my heart. Since Austen, you made a soft pick, it makes me feel like I have to make a soft pick. The only difference is this group actually hasn't done anything. So,
Didn't you make fun of me earlier because you said that a faction has to be somebody that did a lot with the LWO, and now you're saying you're picking a team that did nothing? Yeah, bite me.
this
Bite me.
team was the person to dethrone Cody Rhodes for the TNT title.
No.
Also
Brody
helped carry
Lee.
AEW through
Brody Lee dethroned
pandemic.
Cody.
So, and what group was Brody Lee in charge of again?
Don't make it. That does
He
not
was the exalted one.
make it.
Join the Dark Order.
Okay,
I'll throw it up. I'm a Dark Order fan.
everybody else. I'm a Dark Order fan, but don't start throwing that at me. After making fun of my LWO
Specifically,
pick.
the Dark Order that was
Came in to
that
AEW
came
at the
out
beginning.
after Brody squashed Cody. Specifically that one.
Perfect. Okay, I'll take that one. That one was better than the one I had in my mind.
But they are taking steps they're taking good steps forward right now with,
Yeah,
Evil Uno being just an
it's
absolute
ever
bastard.
so slowly, but
It is
it's
stupid slow.
So, sidebar. my
it's about
sidebar.
as slow as Bray Wyatt's fucking storyline.
I'm taking a sidebar real quick. Bray Wyatt has been reported, potentially, or rumored, not reported, rumored to possibly be leaving WWE.
That's old news.
I know. Stay calm. Listen.
We'll get to the point. Don't start out with old news.
You interrupted me. I messaged you guys this.
Just like Cliff interrupted me earlier in my open.
I think
What?
I messaged you guys earlier this week about this. If Bray leaves WWE, could we potentially see him as the head of the Dark Order?
I don't want to.
No. They've
Do
already
you think-
put in effort to build up Evil Uno. And if they just keep putting effort into building up Evil Uno,
See,
Yeah,
I don't
Evil
think
Uno
Evil
would be
Uno
good.
can be the
I think
leader
that's why
either.
Stu Grayson's coming.
I
back.
think he can be a good right-hand man. I don't think he can be a leader, though.
I
think that's why-
mean, I want Hangman to lead it. I really do. I just don't think Hangman
See, and
can.
that's what I think they should fucking do. I think Cowboy shit should take over the Dark Order. And he can keep his cowboy shit gimmick. They just need someone to rally behind.
I agree. I would love to see Hangman do that. I just don't think they will.
I think they'll stick Stu Grayson in the lead position. They signed him back. They signed him back for a reason. He's either going to get in Evil Uno's head and put him as the leader, or he's going to step up to be the leader himself.
I don't know who they would bring in, but I feel like they have to bring in somebody to fill in that lead role.
The only other one would be Eric. Or Redbeard. It'd be Redbeard
No.
or Bray. Is the
He
only,
doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit, but I feel like that's the only two that they're going to try linking with Brody Lee that could potentially be.
But see,
leader.
and I don't think it should be linked to Brody Lee. I think it should be someone completely separate, because this is not the same Dark Order. This is very apparent. It hasn't been ever since he passed.
Mhm.
So I feel like it should be someone completely different. I don't think it should be anybody linked to Brody Lee. That's why I said I think they need to bring someone else in, like from, like outside, whoever that might be.
trying to
Make
think.
fucking Sting the leader of the Dark Order. I don't fucking know.
They all come down
I
from
don't
the
know how I
rafters.
feel about that.
Yeah, they all come down from the rafters. They
I
all
can't-
sit up in the rafters,
No.
face paint and all.
And speaking of Sting,
That would make
you know
some
what
good
wrestling
television.
group Sting was a part of in the mid 2000s? WCW. You know where that leads me right into? WCW on this date in 2000. WCW Monday Nitro took place in Denver, Colorado, 1 week after a hiatus that allowed them to reset the entire promotion. Eric
Freaking
Bischoff
let's
and
go.
Vince Russo made their returns as heads of
Is that a
creative.
JoJo's reference?
No, I'm reading it. That
No,
is
I know
straight.
it's a joke because after the sixth part in JoJo's, they reset the entire universe.
Huh.
And part 7 took place in like mid 1800s.
Huh,
So
cool.
it's about a race across the U.S. and whoever wins it gets whatever wish they want granted. And like the protagonist of the story wants to kill the president and like overthrow America. So
Is
that
that
would be
old
his
spoof?
wish. No, it's actually his name's Johnny Joestar.
Oh God.
Get it, JoJo?
Yeah, I do.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
But as part of this reset, all the championships are vacated, and new champions were then declared. This also saw the debut of ECW champion Mike Awesome. However, due to legal efforts by ECW, who proved Austen was still under contract and had been signed illegally, he was not permitted to be shown with his championship belt, nor was he permitted to talk on the show. In 2001, on a taping of SmackDown from Philly, Jeff Hardy beat Triple H to win the WWF Intercontinental Championship. This is a shell shocker right here. In 2009, Tori Wilson used her MySpace profile to announce her retirement from professional wrestling.
What a sign of the times.
Eli, you mentioned him earlier. Eric Young defeated Magnus to win the TNA World Championship at a taping of Impact in Universal
Fucking
Studios.
Magnus, bro.
Do they give the year?
You mentioned it earlier, Eli.
Do they give the year?
2014.
Oh, okay.
About 3 years off.
It's close enough.
It took some time to get Eric
But
Young there.
But by that, yeah, I was about to say, but by that point, Eric Young had already established himself.
Exactly. Yeah. Sonata has not done that.
So give it 3 years. In 2018, Carmella defeated Charlotte Flair to win the SmackDown Women's Championship in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Melo's money, baby.
Have several wrestling birthdays today. Angelo Poffo, Paul Bearer, Dustin Rhodes, Jesse Neal, Jax Dane, and Juice Robinson.
I think only two of them are still alive.
Those being
Juice,
Dustin Rhodes, and
Dustin.
Juice. Yeah, Gold Dust and Juice Robinson.
Jax Dane is, and Jesse Neal still is.
I didn't know. I was just going off what Eli said.
Died. I legit thought Jesse Neal died.
It doesn't have a death date.
God. Okay.
So yeah.
Very safe.
That's
Take it, Eli.
This date in professional wrestling history.
You know what? I'm gonna flip these around. Okay, Cliff, I got yours. You ready?
God, no.
I think you're gonna get this one. I believe you'll get this one. Okay, I believe in you.
He believes in you.
This is the easier of the two.
More belief than I ever had. That doesn't mean shit.
One time IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. One time IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
That's the new belt. That's the
One
new
time,
belt.
IWGP,
That's only like 4 people.
One time IWGP Intercontinental Champion. One time Never Openweight Champion. One time IWGP United States Champion. 5th New Japan Triple Crown Champion. 1st New Japan Grand Slam Champion. Ranked number 12 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in the PWI 500 in 2019. Cliff, I swear to God.
That's it?
Cliff, that's it.
Okay.
Cliff.
Stop that, Eli. If he can't get it, then tough shit. I've got a pretty good guess on who it is.
I would hope. Do I need to go through it again?
Naito?
Oh God, no.
That's a guess.
That's a guess.
It's not Naito.
Okay, I'll take a hint then.
The fuck do you
Don't
need
give
a
him
hint
anything
for?
big. Don't give him anything major.
I've been disconnected from Japan. I've got this.
He's only been in
monkey shit
2
in
factions in Japan. He used to wrestle in. He was a young lion and then went to ROH.
I would have given him a little more than that, but
he was a young lion, went overseas to ROH.
He said nothing big, so he gave me a breadcrumb.
And then Rev Pro, and then came back in 2017 to New Japan.
you got one guess left.
Cliff, you're gonna feel so stupid.
Okay, go through them all one more time, really fast.
One time IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. One time IWGP Heavyweight Champion. One time IWGP Intercontinental Champion. One time Never Openweight Champion. One time IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion. 5th NJPW Triple Crown Champion. 1st NJPW Grand Slam champion. Ranked number 12 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in the PWI 500 in 2019.
God. Yeah, no. And that's all there is.
Yes. This was the easier of the two.
Yes, and I probably would have got the other one. Okay, I gotta knock it out. It's not Okada. There's not enough title reigns or number 1 PWIs. It's not Ospreay. He hasn't won the new belt. He won the old belt before he vacated it. Sonata never won the old big belt. Is it Tanahashi?
You're a bitch. No. That's Jay White. I'm not even giving Austin a chance for that one. Also, Ospreay won the new belt. He was the first champion with the new belt. Besides Ibushi, who got injured immediately.
Tune into the product, buddy. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
Okay, Austin, are you ready?
I guess. It can't be any worse than that performance.
Okay, 1 time Impact World Tag Team Champion. 1 time IWGP Tag Team Champion. 1 time Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Team Champion. World Tag League winner 2019. Power of Wrestling Junior Champion 1 time. Ranked number 233 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in the PWI 500 in 2020.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, run it back.
Impact World Tag Team Champion once. IWGP Tag Team Champion once. Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Team Champion once. World Tag League winner 2019. Power of Wrestling Junior Champion once. Pro Wrestling Illustrated ranked him number 233 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in 2020.
Man, you're gonna have to get a hint on that. I got nothing.
I just need to know who won the tag league in 2019, and I can probably narrow it down. Because it's not either of the Motor City Machine Guns, because they have way more TNA title reigns than that.
Correct.
1 time TNA...
1 time Impact World Tag
They've
Team
held
Champion.
1 title everywhere they've went. They've never won anything more than once.
There's a hint to that statement that I said.
What statement?
You keep sticking to TNA. I'm not saying TNA.
You're saying Impact.
I'm saying Impact.
That still wouldn't be the Motor City Machine Guns.
I know,
you'd have
but
to
you're
read off
sticking
more
with
than
TNA.
that.
It's not TNA. It's Impact.
Well, I don't know Impact. That's the issue here.
And there's no
I don't know
WWE.
I don't know, like, recent Impact.
You want to use...
Which I'm guessing it's recent Impact.
Something tells me that you should know.
Give me a hint.
His father has wrestled in WCW and WWE. And I think ECW at one point. So he's a 2nd generation wrestler.
That doesn't help me at
Yeah,
all.
that cuts out all my guesses. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Let's see.
I'm sure, like, if I had an idea, that'd help a lot, but... It's not Finley's kid, is it?
Is that your guess?
David.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
That's correct. It's David Finley.
Woo! Woo!
You lucked out of that one, Austin. My God.
I originally was going to do
I'll
on
send a
Anderson and Jay White. and I changed
I
it.
was racking my brain. I was like, who the fuck is a second generation wrestler that is just like won a single title everywhere he's went? I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, because whoever their dad was couldn't have been that good. Like, Finley's good, don't get me wrong, but he never won any, like, a whole lot of titles. So I was like, who the fuck? So, it's David, right? David Finley?
Yes, David Finley.
That's his name. Has he won all those with the same, like, tag team member?
No.
The tag
'cause
team
Finn
championships,
Juice was
yes.
when he won the IWGP.
And
Really?
the Impact tag titles, yes. The 6-man tag was with Ricochet and Kojima.
Prince Puma?
Yeah, Prince Puma.
Before Prince Puma.
This is the Lucha Underground household, damn it.
It doesn't matter before, current WWE, it's Prince Puma.
This is a Lucha Underground household, damn it.
So, I mean, that leaves it to me. My wrestler of the week is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Lost in front of Make-A-Wish kids at WrestleMania. Give me John Cena.
That is true. He did lose in front of all those Make-A-Wish kids.
He lost in front of all those Make-A-Wish kids. I
And
mean,
then-
do I even really need to explain why John Cena? I love John Cena. John Cena is like my
WWE's fumbled the theory bag.
my John Cena was my inspiration when I was little. He still is today. Like, he's such a great role model for people. He's just a great guy overall. I'm not ashamed to say that John Cena is still my role model. I would love to be like John Cena.
I still have on our Wii your me character that you made, which is the name is Randy Cena. Because of it. And when I got the Switch, you're able to make a bunch of different me's and stuff. And so I was going through, I made Peter Griffin, I made some other characters, and I'm looking at him like, who do I want to add to this? And immediately, Randy Cena came to mind, and now I have Randy Cena just sitting on my Switch as a me.
Well, I couldn't decide between Randy Orton or John Cena, so I fucking
And
put them together, and I guarantee you it
boy.
looks a lot more like John Cena than Randy Orton.
in his purple.
You want me to
glory,
go through the
purple hat,
list?
purple shirt.
The draft list one more time?
Yeah, we can run down each of our draft lists, and then we'll fucking send her home. So for my draft, 1 through 8 goes exactly like this: NWO, the New World Order, the Four Horsemen, DX. Damn, I about went like this. This is New Jacks. This is the Gangsters. Fuck it. Anyway, I don't give a shit. DX, Undisputed Era. Why didn't I take the Gangsters? They were a faction there for a little bit. But they really weren't and fuck it. So I'm just gonna start over. I threw myself into a fucking tizzy. Well, I'm fucking starting over. 1 through 8 got the NWO New World Order, Four Horsemen, D-Generation X, the Undisputed Era, Imperium, the Main Event Mafia, Dalton Castle, and the Boys, and the Wyatt family. I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
Alright, going in no particular order, just because I did no particular order during the draft. I'm going to go down the list, I guess, of how I had them. Team Canada, LWO, Queen's Quest, Evolution, Hart Foundation, New Day, Nexus, and Odatai. Yes, I had Team Canada at the top of my list. Bite me.
That's rough, Eli. Going through mine in no order, because apparently we can do that. I have the Bullet Club, the Bloodline, Chaos, the Elite, Freebirds, the Shield, Fortune 4, and the Dark Order.
I like how you
Do you
said
have any
in no
honorable
order, but it
mentions we
was
want to
in
throw
order.
out? Like,
I mean, honorable mentions. You got aces and eights. You got the corporation and the general, Dollar General mid 2010s version of it, the Authority.
Corporate Ministry.
You've got the Heenan family.
3-man band.
3-man band, the Alliance,
Core threw them out of
Death
there.
Triangle.
Death Triangle, the Radicals, Immortal, Filthy Animals, $1 Million Corporation. Right
Best
to-
Friends.
I already said Heenan Family.
The Oddities. That's what came
Fucking
to mind when I
listen.
said the Heenan family.
Tune in.
Oh, I have the Dudley family. Not just the Dudleys, but the Dudley family. Like way back when Bubba started.
I had the Factory as a
I have the
joke.
Ravens flock actually from ECW.
Planet Jarrett.
Yep.
The Nightmare Collective.
Ooh. Oh, what's that group that Jeff Cobb's in?
The United Empire.
They have the trios.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Empire.
do a whole rundown of Japan's factions. NJPW Main, Suzuki Gun, now defunct. Los Inobres de Japan. Blue
Wait.
Justice.
What about the Gunstun?
Grand Bash Heels. Bullet Club was already mentioned. United Empire. Just Five Guys.
I'm biting my tongue super hard.
Just Five
right
Guys is legit a faction name in Japan. It's just Five Guys. TMDK.
TMDK is a faction now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God. I feel like I'm missing people. There's like 20 different factions in New Japan at this point. And then you could do some Stardom
I would like
factions.
to point out. Oh, we aren't going to. As much as I like Stardom, no one wants to listen to that. Let's be honest. Well, I want to point out that I was the only one that read my list in order.
Cliff did.
Because I hold myself to higher. No, you didn't. Because I hold myself to higher standards. Because I am the champion, and a champion should be worthy of holding the title. Which is apparently why you guys keep hot-shotting it off, just back and forth, willy-nilly. It's a prestigious title that apparently you guys have no respect for.
Is it prestigious?
It is when it's in my hands.
Oh.
Just saying. Hold myself to a different standard. Just like I'm sure people held Stan Hansen once upon a time to a different standard. And just like Cliff's going to hold 2024 to a different standard as well.
What did Stan Hansen ever do to you?
You
did
like
nothing
him,
to
so...
He broke Bruno Sammartino's neck, not yours.
And I'm going to break
Punched
your neck
Vader's
if you keep it
eye
up.
out of his socket.
That was not him.
Yeah, it was not him.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't the first time, but
incident.
Hansen caused it
No.
to happen again.
Because Vader's a bitch. And dead.
Oh.
Right, so you're lucky he's dead. He'd probably track your ass down and beat the hell out of you.
Oof.
All I gotta do is hit him in the eye. They will pop right out.
I think
Jeez.
Vader's gonna get a hold of you before you're able to get to his eye. Hate to tell you, buddy.
Drop a different kind of Vader bomb on you.
He'll drop you on that stack of dimes you call a neck. What? I said he's gonna drop you on that stack of dimes you call a neck. He's gonna drop you on that bowling ball ass head. He's gonna give you a little polish it off for you, make it shine before he drops you on it.
I'm sorry, I crashed before the episode. I wasn't trying to find a damn hat to put on.
That's okay. You know, Friar Hell was Friar Hell tonight.
I worked mid-shift today, so I was off pretty much all night.
Oh, nice.
Fucking you.
Surprised the hell out of me. That's like the third mid-shift I've worked since I started there like a year and a half ago. They always have me close. But I gotta tell you, this Chris Benoit theme's got me feeling a certain way.
Just don't go buy Bowflex, please.
I'd probably say it's got me feeling like I'm about to drive an hour down to Eli's house, and I'm gonna get him near a Bowflex.
You act like I have one of those.
Hey, you got weights or something there. We'll figure it out.
You gonna beat me to death with dumbbells?
Oh, I could have made a terrible joke. Ooh, I'm so glad I
Thank you for not, Austen.
I put the filter there. I'm so glad.
Do it.
No,
not on the cast.
I have a reputation to uphold.
If you thought it, you can say it.
I cannot say that one.
That's not how that works, Eli.
We're already tiptoeing lightly when we're talking about Benoit. We're walking on eggshells
I'm
here.
not even the one doing it this time. It's freaking Austen doing all the Benoit references this time.
Bro, I wrote a paper over Benoit.
Hey, yo.
I will talk to anyone about Benoit.
We've already hit an hour and a half.
We have hit an hour and a half. But this is what happens when you let things happen organically and not keep it to a script. That's why I give you guys a loose outline instead of, we're going to hit this by this certain point. Because even if I do, there's no way in hell we're hitting things at a certain point.
No, we've tried.
No shot.
What were you pointing at? You went...
I was pointing
Nothing?
at you.
Oh.
I haven't done it at all this episode. I had to do it once.
Well, actually, on my screen, it makes sense. Because you are pointing at me, so I wasn't sure who you were actually pointing at or not.
Oh, not this shit again.
Yeah, you're
Wait,
in the
does that mean
middle.
if I do this, it's you?
Yeah,
You're right
because...
here?
Yeah, because I'm on the left of both of you, because I always make mine the biggest, because I'm the most important one here.
Okay, so right now it's you're here, and then Cliff's on the other side of you. So, yeah, you're right there.
Nah, so here's the screen, alright? I'm like
Cliff,
this much
overhead
of the
high five.
screen. Cliff's like this much of the screen, and you're right below him. But anyway, to go ahead and wrap this up, we are hitting an hour and a half. It is 4:08 in the morning, Monday morning. So,
I need
Happy
sleep.
Monday.
yeah, happy Easter to any of those that do
Celebrate.
participate, practice, celebrate Easter. My Easter was spent at work and then at home playing Overwatch. So
Mine was spent at work as well, so this morning was not fun. You know, I don't enjoy waking up before 6 if I can help it.
it sucks.
Yeah.
It does suck. But kind of to just do our normal thing at the end, and we'll send it home. And I don't mean to discredit anything I do say when I'm talking about this stuff. Just take care of yourselves. Everyone else. Do you guys want to get your shticks in, or
You already got my shtick in for me.
I was
We're
ready to
good.
say since I
Let's
already
roll
got
it.
since I already like stuck everyone's kind of thing in there. I am the champ. Whatever I say goes. So actually, fuck you. I don't care if you guys want to talk or not. I have the power to mute you. That's all that matters.
Don't break the recording.
That's the last thing we need. This is fragile. If we touch anything, it's gonna fuck up. It's gonna be unusable.
This will be the end
but
of
no,
the
really,
Riverside
just
saga.
yeah, no shit. We'd be recording on Zoom or some shit. Sound like we're talking through a fucking pipe. No, but really, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Especially in today's world. This one's kind of become a hot button topic. I think the other two in here agree. Let fucking people love who they want to love. Jesus Christ. Why does it fucking matter to you? Like if my friend wants to go out with a dude, who fucking cares? Like, really? And who gives a fuck about a goddamn rainbow on your fucking beer can? Alright? No one fucking cares. At all. I sure as hell don't care. And what's even better is if you go and look at all the alcohol companies, like, because the big thing is a lot of people are switching from Bud Light to Coors Light. Because Coors Light doesn't do any of that shit.
Tastes like shit.
Coors Light was the first one to do that shit. Way back in the 70s.
I would like to actually interject something real quick.
Did I miss something?
So, this actually hits near and dear because, you know, the bars is my world. So, you know, working in Friar Hell is also in a sports bar. For those of you who wish to, switch off of that, there isn't anything in the modern, realm
That's what I was getting at.
that doesn't support that.
Because
Even if you switch to Jack or Jim, they both do their pride. Woodford Reserve still does. They were one of the firsts.
And
There's
another
hardly
one
anything
I
out
see
there.
a lot is Sam Adams. Like, people are like, oh, I'm switching off a Bud Light to Sam Adams. I'm a Sam Adams guy now. They have specialty cans for it. And bottles.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Plus,
that's...
if you're angry at Budweiser for doing it, that means you have to stop drinking all of the Budweiser products.
Oh, yeah,
Which
all the
isn't just
Anheuser-Busch
Bud
products.
and Bud Light. You have your Kona. You have
Your Coronas.
everything. Your Corona.
Coronas,
your
Modelo's.
Budweiser. There's so much
Stella
more.
Artois.
Mm-hmm. So, just think.
And that's a side tangent to the main point there. Just, why does it matter to you who loves who they love? I mean, if it's a religious thing, let's say it's a religious thing, all right? I'm a Christian. I believe in the afterlife. I believe there is a God. My thing, even with that, is like in the Bible, it doesn't say outright that homosexuality is like a foregone sin. I do believe, because I think it leans more towards love is love, no matter how it takes. I could be wrong. I don't read the Bible every night.
Love the sinner, not the sin.
Exactly. Like Jesus loves all. Even like the worst. I'm not gonna say the worst sin, but yeah. I guess that's the best way to sum it up. Love the sinner, not the sin. I'm not gonna go off on a fucking religious tangent. Just let people love who the fuck they want to love. Like, come on. Gee, like, what difference does it make to you if, I don't know, fucking Evan wants to be boyfriend with fucking other Evan? Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let them love who they want to love. I think we're fully safe with saying that Ace in the Hole is a LGBTQIA plus supporter, advocate, I guess.
Are we talking about this can with the picture of the trans activist on it?
Yeah, it's got the rainbow on it and everything.
Okay, I'm seeing this Bud Light with a can.
LGBTQIA plus.
Yes. This can with the trans activist on it. I don't want to say the name because I feel like I'm gonna butcher it. The only thing I could say is this can looks terrible because I think they picked a bad picture of them. It's not a good picture to translate over.
I don't know if you're looking at the right one, because the Bud Light one is just a bunch of pride stuff. Anyway, we need to wrap this up. We're coming on an hour 40.
We're way off topic.
We are.
Oh,
Anyway,
that looks so cool.
Well, it leads back into love each other. Don't let that shit get in the way. Don't let anything get in the way of just other people loving who they want to love, or just fucking love each other. Jesus Christ, this world would be so much better off if we just fucking love each other. Jesus Christ, it takes no fucking effort to be kind to one another. So how about you give it a try every once in a while? Might change someone's life. But in the end, once again, love yourself, take care of each other, and just remember, even if your favorite beer can has a picture of a rainbow flag on it, and you have nowhere else to go, or you don't know what else to do, just remember, we've got you covered, because we're your Ace in the Hole. We'll catch you on down the road. Yeah.